I think when people hear AI sales guy, they don't really know what AI means. And we've already talked about a few different tools from, machine learning, maybe like Humantic that can learn their disc profile communication preferences and give you tips on that, to automation for the CRM system, or natural language processing for sales emails and chatbots. And I think there's some interesting stuff going on with predictive analytics, and some of the stuff that you're doing at AI Sales Guy and Sales Lift is looking at wide sales teams or a lot of processes and seeing maybe where deals get stuck or where buyers are dropping off. And there's some interesting stuff that humans have never been able to do before, just because we can't keep track of that sheer number of data points. Can you tell us more about what's going on and where the kind of the state of sales is on that?
Yeah. When I think about that, sales has been such a gut instinct type of world for so long, right? I mean, when you talk to most sales leaders and say, so how do you forecast? They go, well, I go to Joe and I ask him how much he thinks he's going to sell this year. And I know he's a sandbagger, so I had 25% onto that number. And I go to, right? And it's like, that doesn't sound very, science-based or data-backed. But the problem is, we haven't really kept our data anywhere from a sales perspective. It's been on a sticky pad or a Rolodex or inbox or Excel or something like that, where when we start to use some of these CRMs, and especially the way that CRMs are becoming AI powered and making it that much easier to use them, what we're doing is we're capturing as much data as possible, more data than we've ever had in sales, so that we can make smarter decisions. So one example I use a lot is lead source. Let's pretend you're tracking your lead source for all your deals in your CRM. Well, what you can do with that information is at the end of the year, you can see how many deals have I closed through each lead source, how much revenue is each lead source bringing me, how many deals have I lost in each lead source, what's my close rate, and you can figure out what's the efficiency of your prospecting behaviors. Are you prospecting in the right different areas? Is inbound versus outbound more effective? What's happening? In the past, we've always had to guess or say, it seems like this is happening, but we all know there's a little bit of human bias that goes into that. The beauty with a lot of this is we're using a lot of AI tools to get all of the data necessary into a CRM. And that CRM is allowing us to track and analyze trends and data that we haven't had access to before. And it's helping some sales leaders notice some things that they never realized in the past.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I think it's going to be really fun. And it feels like a really ethical way to sell, that we're using all of this information we didn't have before, not to manipulate people or to, make these limited time offers. And I don't know about you, but my inbox and stuff is getting flooded right now with all the end of the year offers and special discounts and stuff. And you're just like, it feels not in my best interest. But I think some of the tools that methods we've been talking about really does feel ethical for the seller and the buyer to bring up insights, to treat people the way they want to be treated, and to do smarter things that work, and not just spam people or like you said, record a video and send it to 20,000 names that we bought off of an AI scraper or something, right?
Well, and the problem, honestly, with sales technology isn't sales technology. It's the sales strategy behind the sales technology isn't good, right? So like, you can send any automated message. I use the example of LinkedIn all the time, right? I mean, you see someone send you an invite, you don't know who they are, and you see their tagline, you're like, I know I'm going to get pitched the second I accept this invite. I mean, who wants to accept that? Whereas when I'm doing a similar thing on LinkedIn with automated messaging and providing value, but that's what I'm doing is I'm providing value and I'm not selling anything. I'm not leaving my calendar link. I'm not saying, here's all my features and benefits. I'm saying, hey, here's a white paper on how to do this. Or, hey, I saw you're doing this. Have you ever thought about trying this? And I'm trying to actually build a connection and trust where I have their best interest in mind. And if you have the buyer's best interest in mind, the way you use this technology is benefiting both of you. But I think the strategy behind how you sell is important here.
Yeah, that's awesome.